So KK Timson played another game today in Prague, and she played a Euroleague game. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, she killed it," It's Euroleague and she's killing it. And I'm like, calm down. They won by 50. They played a very, very weak team. And that's the thing is like there are a lot of weak teams in Euroleague women's this year. Like if you look right here, like the Borges team, um, that they're not terrible. They're not good, and they're not terrible. Like this team's, they're not a good team, but like it's not like they're horrifically awful. Like if you look at the group that they're in with Girona are really good. This is the real game that matters. Like these aren't, they're they're not that bad. Like they lost to Girona by 30. They're still way worse than anyone else. But like the only game that matters is when they play Girona again. They play Girona in a while. Like Girona have Clara Holm on their team, who's unbelievable. She's unbelievable. They have Letitia Meher. Um, Obviously, she's leading in steals, assists, third in rebounds. She's only Mariam Koulibaly's a monster. She's like physically a monster. But there aren't that many good teams. Good teams Euroleague, Girona, Praha or Prague, like for Prague. These are okay. Galatasaray are good or decent. Fener are pretty good. Valencia are okay. Olympiacos are terrible. Fener are good. Valencia are okay. Valencia are good, sorry. Zaragoza are okay. Merson were class last year. Who's on Ryer? Mavunga, Kayla Charles. Okay, Joyner Holmes. This is a good enough team. She played in the league as well. And so did Dojkic. This is a decent enough team. But like when you're not playing any of those teams, it doesn't really count. But today we saw it has been 50 games. Makayla Timpson has played 50 basketball games since her last assist. She just got an assist. I want to congratulate Makayla Timpson for passing the ball. She got her first assist in since March. Since before the NCAA tournament. You've got you got that. But today she had a decent enough stat line, I guess. She played a lot more because again they won by 50. They were up big early in the game. They knew they were going to win. They played a very, very weak team. And did she look any less lost? No. No. Like, she looked lost. Like, she gets on the floor early. And it's just her positional sense. And that's what I'm so worried about with KK Timpson. Like, her stats were good. Like, she put up 8 points in 19 minutes. Again, Pauline Astier, who was a free agent who can be signed a minimum, by the way, at 22 years old. Or 23 years old now, 23, had 16 points in less minutes. But still, 8 points, 4 or 7 from the field, 3 boards, an assist, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers, 2 steals. One of her turnovers from a bullshit offensive foul, so I'm not going to be too harsh on her for that. But like, at the end of the day, KK's job like is to be a scorer, and she has a lot of good. She does so many good things, and that's one of the frustrating things is that like she's a player who, if you watch her play defense, she's liable to do anything. She's liable to do absolutely anything on the defensive end, especially off the ball. Like she's making she's like making reads that would be like massively punished, but the talent is there and you're seeing it, especially against weaker competition. She is a finisher and she's finishing well. Like there's been a lot of positives that I've seen from KK here. There's a lot of positives. Her inside game is good. Her on-ball defense is real good. Like she's a real good on-ball defender. And her ability to just get in lanes is really strong too. Like she can affect entry passes when she's guarding the ball. Like, well, say not when she's guarding the ball, when she is guarding like the inside and the interior pass. Like she has an ability to do that not a lot of players in this league do. And I think it's one of those things you have to say, like, she is a really switchable player. But she just switches off. I'm watching it, and it's so I watched almost all of her minutes, and it's so frustrating because it's not getting better. It's not getting better. This is game 5, and like, she's physically dominating against players she's more athletic than. Her footwork is good. You're not going to see her redevelop a jump shot because they're going to try to win. They're not there to develop players. But man, it's when you're watching Makayla Timpson to watch Makayla Timpson, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but like, she's doing all this and that. But I'm telling you guys, watch any of Praha's games. They're free on Euroleague, Women YouTube channel. The full games are there online. Just watch Makayla Timpson, and you will literally be spending half the game being like, what the actual fuck is she doing? She's getting a little better at hedging screens. Her post game, let's not question that. Like, her post footwork is really nice. Her post footwork's looked really, really nice. She's looking like she's got stronger. But like, there's a possession here that I'll show you guys. This kind of sums it up. So she's on the defensive end, and this is like a nothing possession. Nothing happens here because the team they played against stinks. But she's playing defense, and she just throws herself out of play for no reason. So she's in really good position here. What you should do is kind of, if you're guarding a non-shooter, you can run at the ball here. If you're guarding a shoot, like, Caitlin Chen's got her. There's help there, even on the seal. So you go in here. There is no need for her to completely turn her head to her player. If her player was competent, she's gone here. She's gone here. But you can see right here, she just reaches, turns her head completely away from her player. If her player is competent, she's gone here. Like that, if she does that in the WNBA, she's giving up 2 points. And she makes plays like this all the time. And then turns her head. Her player cuts up here. Doesn't realize that her player is cut up. And is just kind of not knowing what's going on. And they take a dumb shot. She just didn't guard her player. If her player was smart, she would have cut through. If 21 was smart, they would hit 13 for a wide open 3-point shot. And there are so many plays like that you see from Timson where it's like, if you actually just watch KK play, and I understand, like, if you're watching the game, especially if you're watching this game to, like, if you're watching KK play, because I'm out here trying to analyze KK and look at her improvement for the Fever, because I think there's a world where KK Timson can be a legitimate player for the Fever. And one of the positive things about that is that for the Fever, you've got a players that can make up for it, and you've got a system that can more make up for those lapses. But I'm actually getting worried. Like, she played more. They won by 50. It is the little things. If she is able to, if she is able to in any way go out there and fix that 1% this season, then I know that there is potential it's going to be fixed. If she is able to fix this, if she's able to fix the issues with her just knowing, like, it's actually, I can't believe I'm saying it's an issue of where to stand on the floor. Like, her court feel and her court awareness. That is the one problem, and it's so like, it's one of those things where you can't unsee it. If you are trying to actually watch, KK Timson play, you can't unsee it, because there's so much talent, there's so much ability there. I think KK could be a huge player for the Fever. I just really want to see some improvement. She doesn't have to be freaking Rudy Gobert with his defensive positioning, but just slightly better. And unfortunately, through 3 Euroleague games, I haven't seen it. And it's the first time she's gotten extended minutes. Like, teams weren't able to attack her because the players weren't good enough. But I think if a team wanted to attack her, they could attack her. I'm going to be honest.